from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, August 23rd, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. A burglary suspect has been taken into custody by Hazleton police. 46-year-old Shirley Hill of Hazleton is being charged with burglary, criminal trespass, theft, and receiving stolen property. According to police, Hill allegedly stole items and money from a home in the 100 block of West Magnolia Street last Saturday. Hill was identified after surveillance video surfaced. Hill admitted to being in the area on the day of the burglary and selling the stolen items for heroin. Tonight, she is behind bars at the Luzerne County Prison. A local greenhouse is in the process of applying for a permit to grow and process medical cannabis. WYLN's Abby Piskel has the details.
Van Hoeklen Greenhouses, VHG, located in Klein Township, is a family-owned and operated greenhouse that grows a variety of plants that get distributed across the country. VHG has decided to create a new business called TheraBloom that will be the operating company to grow and process medical cannabis.
We got excited about the idea of growing something that will help millions of Pennsylvanians, providing a safe alternative medicine that we know we can assure quality from seed to consumption. And also, you know, it's an agricultural industry, we feel, and we already do the growing process really well. We're great at what we do, and why not transfer that to a new market, a new industry?
Before TheraBloom can begin as a business, a special permit given through the state of Pennsylvania needs to be obtained. However, gaining such a permit is said to be like winning the lottery, since there are only about 25 within the state of Pennsylvania.
There's only 25 permits for grower processing that are going to be up for grabs in Pennsylvania, so it's highly competitive. The other states have seen high competition with it as well. So basically they equate it to winning the lottery. So that's why local support is so big, and that's why we're being so transparent, because we have nothing to hide, and we want the community's help. We want them to get involved. And if we can get the permit, it would be really great for the area. And like I said, it's going to be a really tough challenge, and we're taking it one step at a time and climbing that mountain.
The growth and the processing of the cannabis will be done in a separate greenhouse so that there is no cross between it and other plants such as the poinsettias that are behind me.
Our new facility is going to be located near this facility. However, it will be completely separate. We don't want to compromise VHG in what we do at all now. We don't have the space for what we do the way it is. So we will be constructing a facility near here. And that way we have full control over the security. We can make sure that everything's done how we want it. Operations, GAP, the flow, everything will be tailored to exactly this new industry. Again, that'll add to our quality we can make, and then also that we can see the process out from seed to sale and ensure that the consumer at the end is getting the best quality as well.
CEO of VHG, Lori Van Hoeklen, says that she hopes there is no controversy in the community over TheraBloom and wants residents to continue to see Van Hoeklen Greenhouses as a local business that provides great service to local people.
We've always given our utmost support to all the communities in the area. We've always tried to do good as a local business for the local people that live here, and we just hope that everybody looks at this at the same reason that we are. We're doing this to help people. There is just entirely too many drug problems, and we really feel that with all of the medical research has been done, that this is going to help put an end to some of that.
Van Hoeklen Greenhouses hopes to continue to gain support from the community with this new endeavor. In Klein Township, for WYLN News, I'm Abby Piskel.
Thank you, Abby. Stanley Kralik will spend 20 to 40 years in prison for a Coaldale murder. That was the sentence pronounced by Judge John Domalakis. 18-year-old Kralik was convicted of the murder of Corey Samuels in June. Domalakis, who also presided over Kralik's 3-day trial, also sentenced him to pay court costs and about $4,300 in restitution to state police. State police at Frackville charged Kralik and 23-year-old Oliver Tazari of Reading for fatally beating Samuels with a shovel in January of 2014. Tazari pleaded guilty in February. Domalakis sentenced him to serve 15 to 30 years in a state prison. West Hazleton Fire Department is gathering supplies to send to Baton Rouge, Louisiana after heavy rains damaged the area. After 25 inches of rain flooded the area, former area Native Chief John Jack Jones of St. George Fire Department in Baton Rouge reached out to local fire departments in our area for some additional help. Captain of the West Hazleton Fire Department, Tony Colombo, says that items that are being collected are clothing of all sizes, non-perishable food items, and monetary donations.
We were contacted by Chief Jack Jones of the St. George Fire Department in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, that recently they received 25 inches of rain in 3 days. So they were pretty much devastated. They lost just about everything. The people are really, it's terrible. I mean, it's just the floodwaters are ravaging, and there's several deaths have occurred because of it. And he reached out to us that they need items like clothing for children, men, women, infants, children of all sizes, cleaning supplies, and non-perishable food items.
Residents of the Hazleton area are being asked to help with the drive and show their support. Donations can be dropped off at various locations.
Items can be dropped off here at West Hazleton Fire Department at 12 South 4th Street, Berger Family Dealerships, Route 93, or again, like I said, monetary donations can be dropped off at any PNC branch.
The collection began last week and will be running through September. Any and all donations are appreciated. The Old Kyers Brewery in Mahanoy City is moving closer to demolition. Borough Manager Daniel Lynch says putting the project out for bid is about a month behind schedule. And that, he said, is because asbestos removal took longer than expected. He expects demolition to start in October. It has been planned before and didn't happen. The last time was in 2014 when state grants were promised for it, though demolition never happened. The Kyers Brewery opened in 1862 and closed in 1968 when it was bought by a Philadelphia brewery, which has also since closed. There once was a complex of buildings around it. What's left standing is a newer brewery which was built around 1912. Today was the third day of testimony in Jerry Sandusky's appeal to either get a new trial or all counts against him thrown out. Prosecutors involved in his 2012 molestation trial were on the stand today. Sandusky and two of his defense lawyers are among the witnesses who have already testified. The former Penn State assistant football coach is serving 30 to 60 years in prison on a 45-count child molestation conviction. This hearing in Center County Court in Bellefonte is before the same judge who presided over his original trial, Judge John Cleland. It follows unsuccessful appeals to the Pennsylvania Superior and Supreme Courts. Donald Trump has surged ahead in Pennsylvania, according to one poll anyway. That poll was conducted by CPEX, the Center for Excellence in Project Execution, and it was done on one day on Friday the 19th. It sampled about 1,000 registered voters. It found Trump with 41.9% support to Clinton's 36.5%. It also found 21.5% of voters undecided. The poll is something of an outline as several other recent polls in Pennsylvania find Clinton ahead by a narrow margin. Its percentage of undecided is far higher than what's been found in other recent polls as well, and this one claims a margin of error of 7%, a very high figure. CPEC says that's because the poll was taken in day one. It says to get the error margin lower, it would have to poll for more than just one day. Numerous Pennsylvania residents have been bombarded with IRS impersonators lately. Congressman Lou Barletta is warning residents to be alert and not give out any information. Those imposters identify themselves as an IRS agent and threatens legal action if the resident of the call does not pay a specified amount in allocated taxes and penalties. Barletta strongly advised citizens to refuse to provide any personally identifying information over the phone and to report such calls to the U.S. Department of Treasury. Barletta said, quote, "We have seen these IRS phone scams in the past, and apparently they are back again. The sad fact is that these criminals would not be continuing this tactic if they were not successful in tricking some people into giving them money," unquote. A list of what the IRS would not do is up on your screen now. Anyone who believes that they have been a part of a scam should hang up immediately and contact the Treasury Inspector General for Taxpayer Administration to report, and call them at 1-800-366-4484. Time now for our first look at our forecast. Another cool and near fall-like day today, but what does the rest of our work week have in store for us? Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe?
Well, we got the somewhere at least of that humidity coming back into our area. Some warmer temperatures to talk about, but tell you what, some of those overnight lows does feel like it's a little bit of fallish, if you will, in the air versus where we're at in summer. But like I said, we do have some more heat and humidity coming in our direction. I'll let you know when, coming up in just a few. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, we'll hear from Attorney General candidate and current PA State Senator John Rafferty on the state of the Attorney General's office. Plus, area students are getting ready for back to school, while one began the school year today. We'll take you to MMI Preparatory School as they begin the first of 180 days of school. More news, weather, and sports is coming your way only on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Downley, video journalists Mike Lula and Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Gary Perna, Abby Piskel, and Aaron Harvey. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and John Eric Polai, and weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbachik.
At All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you not only get the vehicle that you want,
You also get the lowest financing options.
We also deliver unmatched service.
Whether you're in need of a work truck, have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. The summer clearance event is going on now. Stop in today.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
A candidate for Pennsylvania Attorney General stopped by the WYLN studios yesterday for a taping of The Storm. Aaron Harvey has more from the candidate and current state senator.
Pennsylvania State Senator and PA Attorney General candidate John Rafferty stopped by the WYLN studios yesterday for a taping of The Storm. The upcoming election for Attorney General is a crucial one considering the previous Attorney General, Kathleen Kane, was charged last week with several offenses related to her position and has since then stepped down. Senator Rafferty explains what the office needs to bring people to justice.
Pennsylvania desperately needs someone in that office with a reputation for integrity, professional responsibility, and a vision for that office. Unfortunately, we've been operating under a black cloud for the past 3.5 years. Now's the opportunity to return that office to its original concept as defined in the Commonwealth Attorneys Act, and to make sure that the office of Attorney General is held by someone who really wants to be Attorney General. Not governor, not senator, Attorney General for the next 4 years and 4 years beyond that, to right the ship and to make sure you make the right decisions for the right reasons.
Senator Rafferty says the next Attorney General needs to be someone that the people can trust.
It's been a real shame. The office has been demoralized over the past 3.5 years. The reputation's really been sullied for the Office of Attorney General, not only throughout the Commonwealth, but throughout the nation. So you're going to have someone in there with the vision and with the ability to pull together the office, to reestablish the morale, the professional responsibility of that office. You have some good people there in the way of agents, support staff, and attorneys. And you have to make sure that you work with them to once again rebuild that office and to recharacterize that office to make it one of trust and one that people can look to for support, and to make sure that the person there is making the right decisions for them in the Commonwealth.
Unlike the former Attorney General Kathleen Kane, Senator Rafferty has years of law experience.
I have a much better background. I was in business for a number of years. I've actually been in the courtroom. I was a Deputy Attorney General, Criminal Law Division, Medicaid Fraud Section for 3.5, 4 years. Did some grand jury work. Certainly handled investigations, did prosecutions, and I also spent a brief period of time in Philadelphia DA's office, practicum, trying cases in municipal court and in the districts. And I also practiced civil law for a number of years, doing education law, mental health law, general practice of law. So I've had a feel for being in the courtroom. I've had a feel for negotiating and dealing with attorneys on the other side.
You can catch more of Senator Rafferty on The Storm, hosted by Tiffany Cloud, this Wednesday, August 24th at 8 p.m. For WILN News, I'm Erin Harvey.
Thank you, Erin. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, MMI Preparatory School is back in session, and WILN was there for the first day of classes. All that and more, plus sports with Eric DeBaradinas is coming your way only on WILN. Stay tuned.
At Booty's Place, they're known for delicious homemade food at affordable prices. And now there's so much more, like an elevator for easy upstairs access and refurbished interior with an outdoor patio that's now open. To keep their food second to none, Chef Bobby is back. They're making their own fresh pasta, have a new state-of-the-art kitchen, and an updated menu. There are still old favorites like Grandma's Pizza, plus new dishes, all with fresh ingredients. Booty's Place, still, definitely the best.
Were you satisfied with your child's education this school year? Well, take a look at what Marian Catholic High School has to offer. Students are challenged academically, spiritually, morally, and physically. Excellent student-teacher ratio and a full array of clubs and activities. 90% of all grads continue on to higher education. A sound investment in your child's future. Affordable tuition and scholarships are available. Log on to our website or call today for a free tour.
Maylath's Farm has fresh produce, tomatoes, cucumbers, watermelons, blueberries, and everybody's summer favorite, sweet corn, and so much more. Everything under the big top. Route 93 across from Tom's Country Kitchen. Call 570-233-3087. They're open 7 days a week.
Vinny's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant in Hazleton, serving fresh homemade Italian food, pizza, pasta, wings, and home of the wedgie. Vinny's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant in Hazleton. Drive in or pick up, and we deliver. Call 455-4444.
Well, we happen to have the humidity that will start to come back into our area over the next few days, but until then it's been very comfortable outside. A little bit of a touch of fall, if you will, in the air, especially when you wake up early in the mornings with temperatures dropping down into the 50s. But right now it is comfortable with a lot of sunshine overhead, no precipitation to talk about. And like I said, we're going to bring up those temperatures a little bit, and we're going to bring up those humidity values across our area. On to the statistics for the day. Outside our station, we're hanging out generally in the 70s, but it's very, very comfortable when you happen to walk outside. We have not seen any rainfall since the midnight hour. We have been dry, and I think we're going to continue to stay dry right through the overnight hours, and as we head into the daytime hours of tomorrow, things looking pretty nice across our area. Temperature-wise for the day, how we fared out, the high and the low. Well, we did manage to make it up into the upper 70s, barely getting up to 75 degrees, but take a look at that early morning low. We dropped down to 55 degrees, so a very chilly start to our early morning hours. And we only saw wind gusts of 12 miles per hour, so the winds once again today have not been a factor across our area. Throughout the state of Pennsylvania, it's cool, it's comfortable, with a lot of sunshine. Generally, temperatures holding in the 70s to near 80 degrees. 80 degrees in Allentown, 77 in State College, 75 up there in Bradford, feeling pretty good out there. And again, we don't have to really worry about the winds out there. Here's a look at the sustained winds, maybe about 5 or so miles per hour. That's about it. Looks very nice. Another cool night in store for our area on the 7-day extended forecast. It looks like this. Going into tomorrow, but I tell you what, lots of sunshine heading in our direction. It does look very nice across our area, about 82 degrees. And then as we go into our Thursday, still lots of sunshine, looking very nice. 82 degrees, still in the 80s. As we go into our Friday, a mix of sun and clouds, still staying dry. In fact, the next several days, it should stay dry across our area. A little bit cooler for our Saturday, but back up into the 80s as we go into our Sunday. And as we go into our Monday of next week, some of those overnight lows, it's going to be a little bit cool, but still very comfortable. We'll have more for you coming up after this break.
Vinny's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant in Hazleton, serving fresh homemade Italian food, pizza, pasta, wings, and home of the wedgie. Vinny's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant in Hazleton. Drive in or pick up, and we deliver. Call 455-4444.
Beach Mountain Lakes Restaurant and Lounge is open to the public Wednesday through Sunday. They offer great food and entertainment with a beautiful lake view from their 100-foot deck. Wednesday is crab leg night, Thursday is their burger bash, and Sunday is clam night. Check out their live entertainment every weekend.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones. It's back to school for those who attend MMI Preparatory School in Freeland. Today was their first day of the new school year. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has more.
Students gathered their backpacks, pencils, and notebooks today while heading back to MMI Preparatory School in Freeland for their first day of the fall semester. There are currently over 250 students in grades 6 through 12 enrolled at MMI. Interim head of school at MMI, Scott Wiggins, says there was a lot of excitement this morning.
I like that we're starting early and that we're ready to get going. Just 10 minutes ago in this room, we had about 150 kids collected, ready to shoot out to their lockers, to put their things up, and to move to their first period classes. A lot of excitement, and that is always what attends the first day of school. At any school I've been in, they're excited to get going. They're sad that summer is gone, but they're ready to get started, and so are we as a faculty and a staff.
Since MMI is a private school, they provide their own brand of education for their students.
What has impressed me is that MMI makes that commitment with an incredibly generous endowment that allows for 50% of our students to be on financial aid. We are an independent school, which means that we are not bound by the dictates of state accountability testing. We have our own brand of education. Our graduates have proven time and time again that we do a great job with them, and that's what independent schools are all about, is educating kids in the best way possible so that they can go out and be successful in college and beyond.
The school is still in need of new leadership since Tom Hood left.
The difference is that the outgoing head of school, Tom Hood, has taken a new position in Memphis, and the search committee continues to search for the perfect person to come in and lead MMI forward. They could not find that person last spring, and they will start anew this fall. And I am holding down the fort and keeping things moving forward as the school year progresses, and hopefully a year from now you will be interviewing a new leader.
10th grade student Jessica McKellen was happy to be at school today.
I like seeing everybody else, and it's really exciting because you don't get to hang out a lot during the summer, so I'm really happy to be back.
In Freeland, for WYLN News, I'm Aaron Harvey.
Thank you, Aaron. Coming up next, Eric DeBaradinas is in with sports here on WYLN.
Were you satisfied with your child's education this school year? Well, take a look at what Marian Catholic High School has to offer. Students are challenged academically, spiritually, morally, and physically. Excellent student-teacher ratio and a full array of clubs and activities. 90% of all grads continue on to higher education. A sound investment in your child's future. Affordable tuition and scholarships are available. Log on to our website or call today for a free tour.
At All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you not only get the vehicle that you want,
You also get the lowest financing options.
We also deliver unmatched service.
Whether you're in need of a work truck, have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. The summer clearance event is going on now. Stop in today.
Lehighton opens a new stadium this Friday. Their last season in the old stadium was the best in school history, but the Indians still weren't totally satisfied after failing to capture a district title. In 2016, they take another shot at it, as opponents will be taking their best shots at the defending league champs.
As much as last year was really nice, we don't want to rest on that. You know, the regular season was great, but unfortunately we fell short in our ultimate goal, which is to win a district championship. So, you know, the goals are right there, and even though we had some success in the past, we know that there's still something out there for us. So it's been a great motivator for our kids moving forward. I never mind being under the radar, so to speak, but you know, I think when you have a target on your back, I think it kind of pushes you and challenges you to perform at a high level. Every single week we know we're going to go in and we're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's what you want.
Lehighton opens versus Fleetwood. North Schuylkill was knocked off the top of the Anthracite last year by Lehighton, but they aim to get back to the top of the now Schuylkill League. One of the most prolific quarterback-wide receiver tandems in recent league history, Bobby Grigas and Tevin Murray, they graduated. That means the offense will look different, not just in terms of faces, but style as well.
You know, offensively will be a little bit different, you know, so we're going to get the ball in a little bit more players' hands, some of our speed and space.
Well, we definitely have a lot of speed on the offense, and I think we should be able to break a lot of big plays, and running and passing, we got a good backfield, and our wide receivers are fast.
Defensively, things won't change all that much. It's a unit led by senior linebacker Major Jordan, who is a two-time All-State player.
Definitely strength, physicality, and toughness. I mean, that's the whole part of defense. I mean, you got to be flying the ball 100 miles per hour and playing at your best, at high potential. So, you know, I'm looking forward to the guys this year on the defensive side of the ball to be crazy and going and giving 110% every single play and flying around.
Spartans open at home versus Shenandoah Valley this Friday. And we've brought you high school football back to your TVs in the form of previews. This Friday, high school football back on WYLN in the form of live games. Friday, we will be at Crispin Field as the season officially kicks off for a longtime Wyoming Valley Conference rivalry game featuring Hazelton and Berwick. This will be the first game for Frank Sheptock as head coach of the Bulldogs, replacing the legendary George Curry, who passed away in the offseason. In Week 10 last year, Berwick defeated the Cougars 20-0. Join us at 7 on Friday as the rest of the season for Friday Night Lights on WYLN. Former Holy Redeemer basketball standout Peter Alexis has signed a deal to play overseas with Forward Lease Rotterdam in Holland. From the Royals, Alexis went to Penn State before transferring and finishing his collegiate career at Philadelphia University. He holds several school records at Philly U, finishing his senior season with an average of 19.1 points per game, 9.1 rebounds per game, and 2.4 blocks per game. The Rail Riders now officially the winners of this year's Iron Rail Series and nearing the same claim in the International League North. Tonight, the regular season Iron Rail Series finale in Allentown, still with the potential for Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, and Lehigh Valley to meet in the playoffs. Tune in at 7:05 on WYLN for first pitch between the Iron Pigs and Rail Riders. That's it for sports. Stay tuned.
Malat's Farm has fresh produce, tomatoes, cucumbers, watermelons, blueberries, and everybody's summer favorite, sweet corn, and so much more. Everything under the big top. Route 93 across from Tom's Country Kitchen. Call 570-233-3087. They're open 7 days a week. Beach Mountain Lakes Restaurant and Lounge is open to the public Wednesday through Sunday. They offer great food and entertainment with a beautiful lake view from their 100-foot deck. Wednesday is crab leg night, Thursday is their burger bash, and Sunday is clam night. Check out their live entertainment every weekend.
Well, it's looking pretty nice as we go into the next couple of days. A lot of sunshine heading in our direction. No significant changes to the forecast in terms of rainfall, maybe until early next week when we have to deal with a couple of showers around. But other than that, hey, things looking pretty nice.
All right, we went from partly cloudy to partly sunny, which are relatively, I guess, the same thing. But it doesn't matter because, as Eric mentioned here on WYLN, our sports crew is gearing up and ready for the first big game of the season. Friday Night Lights starts. It's an exciting time of year. Definitely felt like fall last night, and now it's even more because football's here.
Especially when you don't have to bundle up for those colder late fall games.
That's true. Have a good night, everyone.